Cruise news. A cruise line has made a change that could definitely cost cruisers hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, if they're not aware. I'm going to share with you what you need to know. Also, changes have been announced by 5 different cruise lines. Some good, some bad. I'm going to get you the details. I have the top 10 cruise news updates from across the cruise industry, and I'm going to get you the information fast. Coming up. Welcome to the Travel Scouts. My name is Jason and we are your cruise information channel. We get you the cruise news and information you're looking for quickly without wasting your time. So if you love cruising, consider subscribing. Let's go ahead and kick things off with number 1. American Queen Voyages has ceased operations. The parent company of the small cruise line with only 5 ships has been acquired. As part of the acquisition, they agreed to either sell or cease operations for American Queen Voyages. The struggling cruise line never recovered from the pandemic shutdown. The public first became aware of the shutdown from a voice message that was left at the company's call reservation center. The message said, quote, "American Queen Voyages has made the difficult decision to shut down and all future cruises have been canceled. Guests and customers should expect to be fully refunded for canceled cruises." More information will be forthcoming, so stay tuned. Number 2, MSE Cruises has introduced a new open booking concept. Here is how it works. When you're on a MSE cruise, you can reserve a future MSE cruise with a deposit of $100 per person. You do not have to select a ship, itinerary, or sail date. If you make your cruise selection within 12 months, you get $100 of onboard credit for that cruise. If you make your cruise selection within 60 days, you get $200 of onboard credit. So this new booking option by MSE is definitely beneficial if you know you want to book another MSE cruise. Moving on to number 3, cruise destination recommendations by a veteran cruise captain. Captain 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏 has been a captain with Carnival Cruise Line for more than 40 years and recently retired. And as cruisers, sometimes we wonder what the best cruise destinations are. Well, in an interview, Captain 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗏 shared his 5 favorite places to cruise to. Here they are. The captain recommends cruising to Sydney, Australia, New York City, Alaska, Hawaii, and the French Polynesia. I'm not sure which of those would be your favorite. Chime in with that below, but my favorite would be going to the French Polynesia. Have always wanted to go to Bora Bora. Next, number 4, Celebrity Cruises has announced that their adults-only solarium area will no longer be adults-only, at least on some cruises. Celebrity will now allow guests under the age of 16 to use the solarium on select cruises to cold weather destinations. This will include cruises to places such as Alaska, the Baltics, and Antarctica. However, it will only be open to the younger cruisers for a short time window from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. each day. Some will take this as good news and others as bad news. What is your thoughts on this change? Then number 5, Carnival Cruise Line is modifying their changeover process for guests on back-to-back sailings. A back-to-back cruise is when you're on 2 consecutive cruises on the same ship. Once you finish your first sailing, there is a changeover process to clear customs for your next sailing. Previously with Carnival, you would debark the ship to clear customs, you would quickly reboard and get your new key card. You would get a group photo that was given to you as a gift, and they would offer you a free glass of champagne or orange juice. Carnival is now changing that. They are looking to give back-to-back cruisers more flexibility. The cruisers will still have to debark and clear customs. They will still get expedited reboarding. However, instead of the group photo and drink, Carnival is now giving the cruisers a coupon for a free beverage and photo on the first night of their cruise. They can have their photo taken at any of the available backdrops. Okay, we have 5 cruise news pieces remaining, including the top headlines of the day, but quick question, chime in down below. Here's the question. Would you prefer to do a back-to-back cruise, that's where you do the 2 consecutive cruises on the same ship, or would you rather do a side-to-side cruise, that's where you do 2 consecutive cruises, but you get off one ship and get onto another ship? Which would you prefer? Chime in down below, but now on with the cruise news. Number 6, Carnival Cruise Line is taking steps to address the chair hog issue on board their ships. Chair hogging is when a cruiser attempts to claim a poolside lounge chair for hours without actually using them. This is usually done by laying items on the chairs to make them seem like they are occupied. But Carnival's crew now has a new process to address this situation. If the crew spots a chair that has not been occupied for a good period of time, they have a sticker that they place on the chair with a note for its occupants. It reads, quote, "We stopped by at such and such time and found this chair empty. Hope you're having a great time, but for the benefit of all, we limit how long chairs can be left unattended. At such and such time, we'll move your stuff to the towel hut for safekeeping. And if they are not back by the stated time, their stuff gets removed. Number 7, Royal Caribbean may be adding a second cruise ship to Los Angeles. Royal Caribbean is scheduled to announce their 2025-2026 sailings from Los Angeles next week. However, the Port of Los Angeles is already showing their schedule for 2025. And it does not show the typical one, but rather 2 Royal Caribbean ships based in LA. You can see from this snippet that both the Navigator of the Seas and the Quantum of the Seas cruise ships are reflected on their schedule. Definitely very interesting. Confirmation is expected from Royal Caribbean next week. Moving on to number 8, for those that fly to their cruise embarkation port, be aware that American Airlines is increasing their baggage fees. The price for the first checked bag is going from $30 to $35 if you pay online. The price will be $40 if you wait to pay at the airport. And the price for the second checked bag will be $45. Next, number 9, German cruise line 𝗍𝗏 Cruises has opened bookings for their longest world cruise ever. The cruise will depart in November of next year and will be on board the 𝗍𝗏 cruise ship. The cruise will be 128 days long and will go around the world. Along the way, passengers will visit 4 continents, 28 countries, and 53 ports of call. Prices for this cruise start at just over $18,000. Then number 10, Princess Cruises is making a change to their cancellation policy that could cost you if you're not aware. Previously, for cruises of 24 days or less, you would lose 100% of your total cruise charges if you canceled your Princess sailing within 14 days of your cruise. But for Princess cruises that are booked on or after March 4th, that is going to change. With the new policy, you will lose 100% of your total cruise charges if you cancel within 30 days of your cruise. Definitely a change you need to be aware of. On the screen right now is the new policy showing the percentage of the total cruise charges you will lose if your cancellation is within the number of days specified before your cruise. This chart is for cruises of 24 days or less. Note that you need to cancel at least 90 days out to avoid a cancellation fee. And then now on the screen is the cancellation policy for cruises that are 25 days and longer. Please note that with these, you need to cancel at least 120 days out to avoid a cancellation fee. And one other change for cruises of 5 days or less. Princess will now require a final payment 90 days before your cruise. This is up from 75 days. Princess has said that all of these changes will go into effect on March 4th. Okay, subscribe and turn the notification bell on to stay up to date with the latest cruise news and information. The next video will be coming out soon, but until then, keep on cruising and we'll catch you in the next video.